For those of you who want to build a house from scratch or renovate a room, building materials will provide the foundation for your home. One is raw materials, a natural building material for the foundation of a building, such example as sand, cement, stone, wood, and much more. Next, to find out what material of raw material are recommended to make your building strong and strong, following 9 building materials that you can apply to your building. And one, the raw materials for the building are sands. Sands is a very important raw material of building materials because sand is still heavily needed in the construction of buildings. Example of the ash of sand as a building block to glue one brick together with another. Wall, plaster, concrete, block making, and more. The characteristic of sand that make it hard to make is black, rock, mud, bearing, and high iron content. Sand is one of the raw materials for the building that becomes the building materials essential for the foundation of house. And two, brick is a building materials commonly as in wall making fence foundation and many other things. Brick we are product still classified as raw materials for building. One reason was that brick still need a process down to complete. And three, cement. Cement is a raw materials that serve as mortar. For some of the other building materials such as sand, gravel, bridge, and many more, made of a mixture of pozzolan and lime, the raw materials of the building were needed in the construction of foundation, concrete, wall plaster, and so forth. A good cement can be seen by the texture that break down or does not coagulate. We need is help to produce good dough. Proper comparison of cement, water, and other materials are needed when it is needed to bind properly. And four, timber. The ash of timber as raw materials is still widespread, especially in rural areas. Wood was usually used in framing walls, roofs, door, and window framers. The surplus wood for construction material varies with its durability and choice in many forms. Wood was used to produce scaffolding, and therefore lumber was necessary The salmon was to be attached to a nail or wood to under to one another with the concave on lockdown. And five, uh, steel serve as building materials that serve to reinforce wall. Like steel was also sometimes as to block roofs. Steel contraction for tall and spacious building because it provides to be both sturdier and safe than wood. Steel is also more easily strung together and accelerates the building process, making it more useful today than wood. And next six, concrete. Concrete in additional to steel, concrete steel is also an option for building construction. So, concrete in diameter from 6 millimeter to 25 millimeters. Concrete iron contain several chemicals such as carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, and iron sands. Adjust the need when it comes to being concrete iron because of the myriad from forms of concrete itself, starting with iron earlier, iron plane, iron hollow, and much more. Also, select any concrete iron that has pocket the SNE standards containing no lumps, plates, cracks, and wave. And six and seven, and seven, gravel is the building materials commonly used in a mixture of cement and sands to make concrete that is used as the foundation of walls or vacant pebbles vary its size from 5 to 50 millimeters. 5 to 50 millimeters. Each measure has a different frequency of its materializations. And 8, clay tiles. Clay tiles are the most widely applied built in Indonesian buildings. As an alternative, there are also like asbestos and metal, but the material quickly bring heat into the house. Today, plastic tiles, recycled rubber, and cellulose fibers, and more, environmentally friendly and relatively safe in the face of an earthquake. Roof tiles, and wood ceiling are also available. And last, in nails. Nails are small building materials, but they serve an important purpose in the construction of house. One purpose was to connect wood and triplek to make a building stronger. On the market, the size of the nails from 2 centimeter to 12 centimeter 12 in. The self weight of two to three nails will use especially to connect those type of plywood whereas like 12 centimeter 12 in Nile server to Nile text beams for its for all its purpose. The king of Niles varied in they consistent of wooden Niles, concrete Niles, iron Niles, and parasols. The function of the building's raw materials served to building some of the major structures. Raw material for the building are generally prepared with before construction. Workers construction the structure of a building. For example, the building structure of walls and floor was necessary for building raw materials of cements, stones, bricks, and other materials. Safety sign in something we meet in various places. In public place like the highway, there we such things as stop signs, red lights of even train doors. They are important for us to know as a reminder of a potential danger to of safety. It is a obligation standard for a company to ensure the safety of its workers souls. So it becomes important and operational standard for works to run the projects. When at a construction site, there are some things that we rarely meet as someone who is often on a construction site. We have an obligation to know the signs we have because our knowledge of them can guarantee our safety in the work. K3 signs are usually grouped into four main colors that each color represents different instruction. These are yellow, 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 blue, not tinting, red danger, green color. Yellow was a sign representing an alert instruction for those in the vicinity. Examples are warning of pit, warning of digging, and warning of possible falling. The brings showing some example of ROMs. 2. The color blue was a sign representing majority commands wants to be obeyed by everyone on the construction site without exception, like instruction to wear a mask as an air confining to instruction to us and harness can ensure safety of the soul for anyone obeying the signs. 3. The color red was a sign representing either a warning sign or a ability or a prohibition when violate the threatens the life of the offended, and those are him conhit ban of smoking, the danger signs of flammable liquids, the 2 danger signs of toxic substance are vital for our understanding together in order to answer the safety of our soul and those around us. And fourth, three we're in addiction of sign for prohibition and commencements. There we signs in the dead for direction represented by green that called self as a quit if need direction in the process something sign will also equipped with word to make it easier for work to understand them. It is sometimes combined with English with quotes from abroad do not understand Indonesia. Now that is the discussion of the materials for home contraction and the description of the signs as in contraction. May this information be useful to those who watch. Thanks you and goodbye.